Okay people, check this out. You've probably seen this stool before. It's called Stool 60 and it's designed by a Finnish designer named Oliver Aalto. And the key success to this design was its simplicity and ability to efficiently produce at a large scale. And it's just 3 bent legs with a round seat on top. Super simple, right? Now, here at Woby Design, we don't do simple things, we complicate it. So let's make it as complicated as possible and make it impossible to produce at a large scale by making it out of recycled skateboards and skateboard veneers, because that's what I do here. Now, if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Ben from Woby Design and I make things out of recycled skateboards. I first degrip these skateboards by heating it up with my degripper 5000. The heat loosens up the grip tape and it's so much easier for me to take the grip tape off. To get a better leverage, I use a dowel to roll the grip tape off, which gives me better control and it's just easier on my body. Once I have all the grip tapes removed, I can start cross-cutting them into different sections, the nose and the tail, and the hardware pieces, and the middle section. For this project, I'm using the hardware pieces and the middle section of these boards, so I sanded off all the graphics and the glue residue and sanded them down to bare wood. And I probably had the best conditions for sanding. It was late at night so no one was around and it was raining, which was limiting all the dust flying everywhere. And as much as it's satisfying to see all the pieces get cleaned up, it's really straining for my body to be sanding for hours looking down. So I personally hate this step the most when it comes to recycling skateboards. Next, I could start laminating with epoxy. I'm using TOTALBOAT 2-to-1 high performance epoxy to laminate all these hardware pieces together. Now, there's always these dudes that want to correct me the way I say epoxy. Whether it's epoxy or epoxy, or scenario or scenario, or caramel or caramel, you know damn well what I'm trying to say. So if this bothers you and you have the need to correct other people's pronunciation, you're the problem, not the way I say epoxy. And just because of that, I'm never going to change the way I say epoxy. So make sure to use the link in the description below to get a discount on any of TOTALBOAT's products. And I don't know if you noticed, but at this point, my neck is broken, spinal. I can't even stand up straight. Just look at the way I'm moving. Let me know in the comments if you can come up with some kind of solution to sand all these boards down without hurting my neck. I can then put it in my press, align the pieces as best as I can, and pump down with 20 tons of bottle jack pressure. And I could leave this overnight. This block will be used for cross veneers and also for the seats. It's the next day and I started breaking down the middle sections. I first cut off the edge, which I like to call the tax cut, and then I start ripping them down to about 2 inches, I think. And I can stagger these strips and cross cut them into length and get a continuous line to make it look seamless. Now, I'm using glue to laminate these pieces together instead of epoxy because I'm going to cut these blocks into a thin veneer and bend it later in the future. And glue seems to be more flexible than epoxy. And these 3 separate blocks will be the outside veneers for the legs. For the seat, I had some leftover middle sections laying around in the shop, so I arranged 2 different colors, which are bluish tone or the rainbow tone. And for this one, I can use epoxy since I won't be bending this later, and epoxy will make this nice and rigid. And like I said before, if you want to save some money and get a nice little discount from TOTALBOAT, use the link in the description below. While the epoxy is curing, I started cutting out the bend forms or the mold on the CNC machine. I just used scraps of 3/4 inch plywoods that I had laying around in the shop and made a nice little form or mold for the L-shaped legs for this stool. I also cut out some octagons on the CNC machine. This will be the main core of the seat, so it will be nice and sturdy and it will be completely covered so you won't even know it's there. So this is what I have prepared for this project. I have the octagons for the core of the seat, 2 laminated blocks of the hardware pieces for the edge of the seat, as well as the cross veneers for the legs, 2 blocks of the top and bottom veneers for the seat, and 3 long blocks for the legs. And I ended up making 3 stools out of these materials. Next, we can move on to resawing. Now, there was a lot of resawing going on, so I'll make this real quick. Starting with the laminated hardware piece block, I cut it down in half, cut off the edge and then clean the top and the bottom to get a nice clean face on all four sides. And then I cut the clean block in half and cut down one half of the block for the edges of the seat, and the other half will be cut into veneers. For the seat, I resawed these blocks into 1/4 inch veneers, and for the long blocks, I resawed them into 1/8 of an inch veneers. And this is the aftermath of resawing for hours. And the process of me dumping out my dust collector has been kind of sketchy and inefficient. So I upgraded to a Harvey dust collection system, so I'll give you a good review video very soon. And then it's off to sanding again, but this time with the drum sander. I won't bore you too much with the drum sander footage, but this is a must tool to have when it comes to recycling skateboards. The planer is going to be too aggressive for this material, so drum sander is the best option you have. Or you could sand by hand if you wanted to, but that means you're just crazy. A few more steps that I needed to do before I could start gluing things together was to cut the hardware piece veneers in half with the table saw, and then I could glue them up into long veneers for the cross veneer for the legs. This will make the legs look a lot more colorful and unique. I also started cutting out the trapezoid pieces for the edge of the seat. Similar to the cross veneers for the legs, I wanted to make it as colorful as possible. And lastly, I started cutting up some strips of skateboard veneers as filler pieces. These are the veneers that will help with the strength of these legs, while the cross veneers and the face veneer is what will stand out. And I had some cutoffs from these skateboard veneers, so I made another layer for the seat just to make the seat a little bit stronger as well as a little more colorful as well. And like I said earlier, I'm making this literally as complicated as possible. So for the seat, I book matched the veneer together for the top and the bottom of the seat. And I'll be laminating the skateboard veneers for added strength and a little bit more color. And I'm using tape to separate the veneers so it doesn't stick all together while I'm laminating them on the vacuum bag. And while it's getting laminated, I could glue the trapezoid to the octagon using glue and blue tape. It's the next day and the veneers and the octagons have been cured, so I took it out of the bag and did a little bit of cleanup work before I could do the final glue up for the seat. I used the octagon as a template and traced it out on the veneer and cut off the excess on the bandsaw. And I just gave it a quick sanding for the octagon and the veneers before the glue up. I can use the vacuum bag again to laminate everything together. And once I have it off the vacuum bag after a few hours, I can remove the tape and roughly trace it out with the circle template and cut off the excess and to the line as close as possible using the bandsaw. And then I can use a flush trim router bit to make it a perfect circle. And that's how I made the seats for these stools. Let me know in the comments if you think this was all worth it. Next, let's move on to bending the legs. For the legs, I have 3 different veneers that's getting laminated together. The face veneer and the cross veneer are made out of recycled skateboards and regular skateboard veneers for strength. I think there's about 14 different veneers per leg, and I'm using epoxy to have a strong rigid bond so it doesn't warp back after I take it off the mold. And the lamination went pretty simple. I just use a quick one-handed clamp to clamp the pieces together and secure it with the F-style clamps and leave it overnight. And since I only have 3 molds, I could only laminate 1 set of legs per day. And once I had all the legs laminated, I did a quick sanding through the drum sander to see how it came out. And here's all the parts for the stool. Just to get this point, I spent 7 full days of work, and I'm sure Alvar Aalto probably thinks I'm the one who's crazy. Last thing I needed to do is to cut the leg down to its final size on the table saw. I gave it a quick sand and removed any epoxy, and then I can move on to mounting the legs to the seat. Now, this should have been pretty straightforward, but somehow I ended up messing this up, so let me just kind of explain real quick. So first, I made a quick template out of blue tape to mark the holes on the leg, and then I drilled out the holes. And then I found the center of the seat and divided it into 3 different sections. And then I temporarily secured the leg with screws, and I thought, this is great. So I installed the legs on all 3 stools. And then I started feeling really proud of myself.
Looks nice, baby. Woo!
But then I got humbled real quick.
Check this out. I messed up. Fits, but now they're stuck. So I changed it up. Fits nicely, comes off nicely. So I gotta fix these 2. Ay, ay, ay.
So I measured out and marked the new holes and filled the old holes with brass just to give it a nice little touch on the mistake. I cleaned it up with the rasp and quick sanding, and it was good to go. And with the legs installed, you can't really see the mistake anyway, so I could live with that. Now, I could have just used screws to secure the legs to the seat, but I wanted to make it even more complicated and more secure, so I decided to install threaded inserts instead. So I drilled out a larger hole. I also countersunk the holes so that the screw will sit flush with the legs, and install the beefy threaded insert in there. And I really like this shot of me using all 6 of my drills to install 1 threaded inserts. And finally, I can break up the sharp edges by giving it a small round over, just like the original design. And a final sanding up to 220 grit by hand, and then I could put on the finish. I'm using Rubio Monocoat since it's very durable, but also it's the last task, and I wanted to make it easy as possible since I made everything else super complicating. Okay, so here it is. A Stool 60 made out of recycled skateboards. I tried to make something super simple and easy to produce at a large scale and made it as complicated as possible and as inefficient as possible. Why? I'm not really sure. I just wanted to do it. But I'm very happy with how it came out and it looks fantastic. If you're interested, they're available on my website, which is woby.design. And that's it for this video. If you haven't already, make sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below what other iconic furniture should I make out of recycled skateboards. Thanks again, and until next time, bye.